Hi guys, this is Alan aka Dana, and this is me showing you how I play Star Wars The Old Republic. I got a little bit bored with Diablo, so I went to the Star Wars, like the old ways. And when I came to the Star Wars, I tried to go with sorcerers, but I found out that that is a useless piece of thing in whole classes in Star Wars The Old Republic. It still haven't had any buff. Other hand, Marauders, yes, Marauders, or actually Warriors and Jedi Knights have got buffed in some way. Now, what I'm trying to say here, I will give some complaints about this class because I play this. I have passion to do casting. Also, I love how the sorcerer is looking, so that's why I like it to play with it. I will say a few complaints and few suggestions what can be increased to have sorcerers in raided war zones. Right now they're only healers. Come on, give me opportunity to be what I want. I want to be DPS and go in war zones. Right now I am squished if I go into DPS as DPS in the raided war zones, especially when the gear is already in war hero, I think. Yeah. So after 4 months I came here, I found out that the sorcerers is squish, and this is why. Static barrier in the first place is useless. I'm saying that it's useless because it doesn't like increase by through your vitality, so it's constant. When the Centurion gear was like really good on most people, the static barrier was good ability. Right now it's useless because it only absorbs about 1,500 damage. And through rage spec in Juggernauts, I think they do not even go through the shield, so more useless. But what I'm trying to say, it only absorbs 1,500 damage in war hero geared any class. It can be just wiped out with one single attack, and in my opinion, if it's so, please make in text that it's only absorbing one attack, because now it's just misleading. And that's I had DPS spec, but right now I don't have, which I didn't even try to bother take this spell. Why to increase it to 1,700 damage? It's just useless 2 points to spend of them. Second thing, which why I think the sorcerers are really squish and useless, are that they are so bad at damage output. Yeah, they can output many 100,000 damage, but it's mostly AoE. And how do I know that it's mostly AoE? Well, I had Deadfield and I had Chain Lightning, so I did like 350,000 damage throughout AoE. I concentrated only on the targets where there was a big group, because in that way I can put some pressure on the players and give them less HP, and then the teammates can attack them and kill them. Only way I could do anything. But I had to again be the hybrid, as I'm right now hybrid healer, because I'm trying to find a spec which I could survive in raided war zones, but I can't. Now, what else? Yeah, high tier skills like Creeping Terror, Thundering Blast. They are useless in so many ways. It activates for 1.9 seconds and does 1,305 damage. With affliction on the target, it will automatically crit. Now the crit are like 3,000. Wow, yippee yay! It has 9-second cooldown and has activation like 1.9. When I'm Madness spec, my shock does more damage with this ability and with this ability. So my shock does more damage than Thundering Blast, and shock is instant, and also 6-second cooldown. So Thundering Blast is just useless, nobody takes it. Why should you take it? Creeping Terror is useless in so many ways that also it is beneficial, but it's not completed to the end, this particular spell. Immobilizes it, so immobilizes target for 2 seconds. But after 2 seconds, again, his movement speed is 100%. So it's again useless. Why not just remove this force slow and put this on Creeping Terror? That way you can somehow avoid so much damage which comes on you, and it will be much cooler. If you can reduce cooldown to 9 seconds, none battle lasts 18 seconds. Are you kidding me? 18 seconds. That's just crazy in my opinion. Again, Affliction is great if you have this force horror thingy. Increases affliction damage by 15%. But again, with the damage over time, 15 seconds. Okay, can you reduce it to 10? It will be awesome. Now, I'm maybe over exaggerating with the reducing thing, but I'm just trying to say that we have so many cooldowns on our dots that it's crazy. Like Crushing Darkness, it is 15-second cooldown. I have gear, which that's why it says 14 seconds cooldown. But it is really great ability, Crushing Darkness, but the cooldown is killing it totally, because this spell can be purged. It is so easy. I'm using all the time. I'm using this. I'm just purging purging. Every time I see that somebody's casting or puts that on me, I just automatically purge it, and that's it. He has to wait 14 seconds to game burst me. Nice. That's really useful. So my suggestions to all these complaints is, first of all, static barriers should scale with your willpower. That's must. That's point one and must be. No objections on that. That must be changed. Second thing, when I'm using force speed, if I'm correct, yeah, force speed, I do want to run away with that. So when everybody charges at me, I cannot run, and I actually used this spell already. I push it, but somebody charges me and I'm placed. I cannot move. That's nice. That's really what my class is meant for, to not get able to run away. Because I'm glass, but I'm not cannon right now. That's the second thing. Now, the third thing, Creeping Terror. This is optional. This is not must. Like force speed and static barrier, they're must. If I'm using force speed, nobody can immobilize me. That must be how it goes. Creeping Terror. Reduce cooldown to 9 seconds. That's my first and good idea I have to say. Second thing, Thunder Blast, buff it to do 2000 damage or more. I do not know how, but that's how it should be. Now, if you do not want to buff them, because it will give upper hand to sorcerers and so on, then for the Madness spec, I have not yet figured out how to Lightning spec can be benefit, but for Madness spec, for the daughter who puts the dots, reduce global cooldowns on dots. It takes 6 seconds for me to cast all of my dots on the target, and they can be purged instantly. Where is the logic? There is no logic. It takes 6 seconds with global cooldowns, because if I use first Death Field, it can cast 1.5 second cooldown, global cooldown. Then I use Creeping Terror, this ability, again 1.5 second cooldown. So when I use immobilize, it only immobilized for 2 seconds, but I have 1.5 global cooldown, so basically the target is again moving when I have finished my cooldowns. Affliction, again 1.5 second cooldown, so this is already 4.5 seconds. And then if I get proc from the Wrath, this thing, I can instantly cast Crushing Darkness, which also grants me 1.5 second global cooldown. And then I can try using Force Lightning. Do you see this logic? There is no logic. So, my opinion, reduce global cooldown or get rid of global cooldown on dots. That's most thing that can benefit Madness spec in some ways, that it doesn't affect so much on the outcome of the damage. My opinion, that's the best thing you can do. So let's gather what I've said. Force speed should not be immobilized when using that. So when using that, you cannot be immobilized. If you don't understand, I cannot explain it more specifically. Static barrier should scale with your willpower. Absolute must. Right now this is useless. And in this here it should say that increase amount, not absorb, but increased amount absorption by throughout willpower, like 10%, 5 and 10. That would be great. Now, what else? Yeah, we have static body and force speed. Then increase damage on a creeping terror and thundering blast. That's optional. That's not must. That might be a little bit overpowered in some ways, you might think. And the last thing for now is reduce all global cooldowns on dots. I'm not kidding. I'm really not kidding. That's how it should go, and that's how it should be. But yes, this is, in my opinion, what should be done to the sorcerers. If you disagree, please say to me why you disagree. I love to play this, but right now I'm not playing sorcerers. I geared it up, but I don't want to go war hero. Why should I go war hero if I cannot go in raid war zones with almost any build? Healing hybrid with the lightning spec. I do not want to be this. I want to be pure damage. You are not allowing me to do that. Now, fix the sorcerers and it will be really great to see a little bit more survivability against marauders and sentinels and so on. Because right now I'm dying easily. There is no challenge killing sorcerers. I've seen it with my marauder and I've seen it with my Scandra. I just burst them down with easily. So I know what I'm talking about, and I wish Bioware will do something about this. But yeah, that's how I think sorcerers should be bettered. But yeah, if you disagree, please put comments below and bash me out and say that I'm not knowing what I'm talking, I'm noob. Okay, thanks guys for listening. Here later. Bye.